What's up, Leo? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading for the new moon coming up on November 13th. November 13th just so happens to be my birthday. The new moon will occur at 4:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be at 22 degrees Scorpio. And it will be in a stellium with Mars and the Sun, which means this is going to be powerful sexual energy because it's all in Scorpio. It will be in the 19th mansion of the moon. I'll put a picture of it up so you can read about it. And the gist of that mansion, which it's a scorpionic moon because it's called the Sting. And who has a stinger? Scorpio. It's really about making friendships and connecting with people. And it's really auspicious for having children. So don't procreate. I mean, some of you, if it does happen, you might not even have a choice in the matter because, I mean, it can happen as an accident. But it's supposed to be auspicious for having children or conceiving. So that's not good. But you can read about it. I'll have the picture up. For Leo Ascendant only, it's going to be in your third or fourth house. So that's the house of communication for the third. And then the house, and how you learn. So you may have like intense feelings about wanting to learn something new. Or to communicate in the way you may communicate, maybe a lot more forceful or aggressive or even sexual. Because again, that's what it's saying. And then the fourth house, that's the house of the mother or the house of the home. It could be that you are having specific feelings about your mother. You could be angry with your mother, but not necessarily. It could be that you're wanting to help your mother transform something, or you want to transform your home and make it look different in a different way, like extreme transformation, like complete remodel. For Leos, this is what you got is your overall energy. Emotions are running high, and they pop straight out. So look on the bottom. There y'all are, the lions. Don't let pride get in your way. We might just want to leave that turned up. I get this card for myself a lot, and I take it to heart because I know I can be prideful. I catch myself doing it all the time. Like, I'm taking this stance on something, so if someone doesn't agree, I'm just not going to participate or I'm not going to do it. That's when pride likes to jump in the way. And I do that stuff all the time. I'm not saying any of you are doing it, but I do. But I try to catch myself and like, Jesse, open up. Yeah, I'm not going to do like a full horoscope. I'll start trying to do horoscopes maybe at the new year, or if I ever get to 1,000 subs, probably when I really should do it. But more content's probably better. So I'll try to just start doing like maybe monthly ones, just short ones, kind of getting the main. And it's going to be based off ascendant, so you need to know your ascendant. And I do have a video on my channel that kind of shows you how to look up a natal chart, so you can find your ascendant. But you would need to know the time that you were born. Something may be hidden here that you're asking about something you can't see yet. It's like something you've been trying to manifest that you can't see. And I got them emotions running high. Doesn't look bad. Getting some 10s, which means there's a completion of something. And you got the Wheel. We got 3 10s already. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Rods, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10. You got the Tower. It's like you're really expecting something that you've been trying to create, but you're not seeing it yet, or you're not getting the results that you thought you were going to get. And but it's coming like suddenly out of nowhere. Probably when you stop looking for it. That's on the bottom. Cup overfloweth. Leos always get the good readings. Leo's an awesome sign. One of my favorites for sure, because it's the sun. I know what Leo represents. So that's why I respect it so much. Everything revolves around the sun. Except you got the moon in the middle. First card out was the moon for you, which would be your balance. But it's, it could be secrets, could be, intuition. Could be psychic messages coming through. Most likely it's something that you can't see yet, that you've tried to. It's like you're asking about something that you tried to manifest. This is the question or the current situation. You're trying to manifest something, but you don't see it. And you've been kicking butt and taking names, but you're still not seeing the results that you think you should, whatever this is. It's something, it may be a competitive field. Because this looks like money and work. Because I got work card. This is a work card. Like, you may be, it could be a competitive field, whatever your field is. And it's going to be different for different Leos because you're all born at different times. Some of you be Leo Ascendant, some of you be Leo Moon, some of you are Leo Sun, some of you have maybe a stellium in Leo with a bunch of aspects on it, stuff like that. And that can make it prominent in your life. Like even if it was just like your MC or your North Node that was in Leo and it had a bunch of aspects on it. I mean, think about it. The North Node is going to be your relationships in life, the people that you meet, and like the people that are going to either help you along the way. And South Node would be probably people that wouldn't really help you along the way. They won't help you make progress. But if it was in Leo and there's a bunch of other planets there and aspects on it, then Leo's going to play a really important role in your life, even if it's just the individuals that are working with you. And if it's your MC, that's your job. Or that's what your work to do in life is. So it would also make Leo, especially if there's a bunch of stuff around that MC and a bunch of aspects on it, and it was in Leo, it would make it really important too, because the work in life is going to have probably with you being a leader, because that's what Leo's all about, and stuff revolving around you. And probably your self-expression in some way, being like unique and standing out, and because that's what Leo's all about. And the current path for some Leos, like some Leos will be on this path, some Leos will be on this path. And because everybody's born at different times, like I said, and have different Leo in their chart, it could come up at different times. It could have already happened for some of you, maybe on its way. Both paths may play a role for some of you. You just have to kind of keep an open mind and like fit in, what it really means for you, because it's going to be unique for all of you. And I'm just trying to give it as general reading as I can. But the wheel of, this is one of the 10s. This is, destiny. Right? It's like you've been really concerned, because you got the 9 of Swords, really concerned about this. Being opulent, being successful, being viewed, not only being successful, being viewed as successful. And I don't say it in a bad way, but Leos kind of need that. They need to be viewed, not only do they need to do it, but they need to be viewed in that way, because Leos are the leaders. They're the sun. They shine. Stuff revolves around them. It's not bad. A lot of people will give Leos bad raps. All Leos are they're self-centered or they're ego. No, that's just who they are. They were designed to be that. And people that are in the know or care to have knowledge understand that that's your design. And if it's your design, it's just who you're supposed to be. So don't let naysayers take you down. And don't worry that maybe you think you're not being seen in this way. And you're like, this is supposed to be my destiny. And it is. It is your destiny. And it is coming suddenly. But maybe you're trying to get discovered in some way. Maybe you're trying to get discovered on social media, like Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, any of that stuff. And you're like, man, I've been doing great. And you feel like you're not getting the bumps, the bump up that you deserve, or that you feel like you deserve. Or if it's at work in general, like if you're not your own boss, if you're working for somebody else, you feel like what you've been creating should be getting noticed because you're doing really good at it and you're working really hard on it. And it shows that you are working very hard on it, especially with that 10 of rods here, and it's saying you need to continue to work hard on it for sure. But saying your emotions are running high, you may be like really getting tired of waiting, or really getting tired of the competition, or really getting tired of just individuals around you that are in competition with you trying to knock you down. It looks like you're winning though. On this path, this would be other Leos on another path. Like I said, you could be both. Star could be healing, but most likely it's a wish. And you got the Page of Swords, which is like a message coming in, or young air sign. Some of you might have a young air sign child, but most likely it's a message, and you're going to get that message from meditation, or from like opening yourself up, connecting to that unconscious aspect, because the unconscious doesn't have boundaries. That's why the other side, we call it, which is just our unconscious, because we have the conscious perspective of ourselves, and we have the unconscious, because it's dual. Everything in our world is dual. They define each other. It's how we know what they are. The unconscious is the expansive, everything's connected, no boundaries. And why is that? How can I say that definitively? Because look around in the conscious world, there are boundaries everywhere. There's a wall right behind me. That's a boundary. But in the unconscious, everything is flowing together. That's why when you dream, it doesn't seem like there's any sense of time or any sense of real location. You just pop from place to place, and you have no idea. It's not linear at all. It's because it's all just open and connected. There's no boundaries. That's how it's called the all, because it's all connected there. There's no boundaries. So that's how when people do connect to the other side, that's how people like, I'm psychic, or I have these visions of this thing. It's because it's in the unconscious. Carl Jung studied it extensively. And that's what we're trying to do, is open up that channel between the unconscious and conscious. And sadly, through like heavy neurosis or like really horrible traumatic events, mind the kitty cats, it can open it up too through a catharsis. But that's never the way you want to do it. I mean, you want to try to do it on your own way, through your own path, like through meditation. And that's what this is saying, like open it up. If you haven't opened it up yet, and you'll know when it's open, And when you're connected with it, when you start seeing stuff like synchronicities, like number patterns, like, or just weird synchronicities in your life, that's your unconscious speaking to you, because the unconscious is what programs the conscious reality. Because think about it. Everything spawned from darkness, and then the light came forward. The light of consciousness came forward out of the darkness, because the darkness was first. Everything had to spawn out of something. So because it's first, it's the progenitor, which means it's what laid the groundwork for the light of consciousness to come forward. So it can program what occurs in this linear, boundary-ridden world of consciousness. And that's why Saturn is technically the last planet, and he has a ring around him, which is a boundary. He is the guardian on the threshold. He is the ruler of the material realm, because there are boundaries everywhere, and Saturn has boundaries around it. That's why navigating life, especially in the conscious material plane, can be so tough, because Saturn is a tough mother. And he will put you through the ringer. Anyway, I'm going off. Stop me, please. Stop me, please. But it looks like that, your dreams would be very vivid. You remember them. There'll be all kinds of weird things that kind of happen around you can't explain. And most of you, if you're here, you're having those kind of like spiritual inclinations, which means your unconscious is probably open, and you're probably connecting to it and seeing these things. But then from there, you have to really start nurturing it, which means you have to understand the connection between. I would start writing my dreams down. I write my dreams down. I have a book full of all kind of my dreams. Practice lucid dreaming. One way to do that is to be like, just randomly throughout the day, just start looking at your hands and go, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Do it for about 30 seconds. Am I dreaming? Where am I? Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Just do that and pinch yourself. I mean, people might think you're crazy if they're watching you, but do it as many times as you can remember throughout a day, and do it for a while and keep doing it. Eventually, while you're dreaming, you will do it. You will look down in your hands in the dream, because it's something that you've done. This is a way it works both ways, right? That's how you're consciously programming your unconscious, right? And it's not really that you're unconsciously programming it. It's like you did a little trick, because a lot of times you'll see the things in your dreams that you experience throughout the day. That's common, but that's not the only aspect of it. And when it's the unconscious speaking to you, your dreams are going to be really weird and vivid, and they don't make no sense. They're very symbolic. That's how you know your unconscious talking. But when you're just kind of in a normal state and you're having kind of mundane dreams, it'll be things you did through the day. And when you do that, you'll look, and then immediately you'll wake up inside your dream. Some people wake up from their sleeping. But if you do it enough, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming through the day? Eventually in that dream, you're going to look down at your hands and you're going to go, am I dreaming? And you're going to be, bam, yes, I am dreaming. I've done it. It works. And for me, like, I don't wake up. I actually start lucid dreaming, doing all kinds of crazy things. I'm not going to go into a lot of my dreams, but it's one way to do it. And there's other ways to do it too. You can even be like pinching yourself, be like, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? That type of thing. And there's other mechanisms for doing it too. But one of the main things to do is throughout your conscious day is constantly do that pattern, right? And it'll trick your unconscious, or it'll trick your unconscious. I'm not sure what level of sleep is coming in to like that trigger, and you'll trick it, and then you'll wake up in there. And then that's one way to lucid dream. And that's another way to really connect with your unconscious. And then, of course, meditation and any kind of spiritual ritual, studying the occult, that's all stuff that's going to wake up the unconscious. You start reading like occult books and things like that, things are going to change for you, I promise. And there's a reason. Anyway, I went off on another tangent. Sorry, Leo. But yeah, you got 2 10s in your advice. Hard work and it paying off. And then you know, the King of Pentacles, he's the opulent king, right? Your hard work is paying off. You could be in competition with this Earth sign. You could have Earth in your chart, especially if you're cusping Virgo. But most likely it's like you want to be that guy, opulent with the throne, with the castle in the background, with the flowing robes, with the scepter, you know. And it's your hard work that's going to get you there. So keep working hard, and open up that channel. And if you can, you're going to get that wish. It's going to show you. It's going to show you how to get it. I mean, I think it's already coming anyway. I think you've already been working your butt off, because the outcome, you're showing the work. Like the 3 of Pentacles, you're showing the work. And then you have clarity with the Ace of Swords. Like, that's truth. And then bam, all of a sudden something happens. Something changes. Through whatever this work is that you're doing, that you're showing off, it's going to bring you like a victory, or like it's going to bring in clarity and truth. It's going to be like, bam, enlightenment. I mean, this could be an enlightenment reading too, because you have him. For some of you, it could be. You could be going through some kind of weird spiritual enlightenment. And when I say enlightenment, people talk about enlightenment like, oh my God, I'm enlightened. So like, it's all done. No. Even when you open it up and it's connected, like, you're going to grow constantly. You have to work on it constantly. You have to grow, because we constantly change. Can you become unenlightened? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. You could open up and you can't handle it. You get back on drugs. Oh yeah, you're gonna get right back up unenlightened, right? But once it's open, it's very interesting. I got mine through a catharsis when I opened it up and I started seeing the synchronicity patterns and the unconscious and everything. It's because I had a very traumatic childhood. So the way I went through mine is I had to have a break. Some people, when they have that catharsis, when they've lived their life so poorly and badly because of ignoring their trauma, it'll break open. Some people have a psychotic break. I was lucky that I was able to actually, when I had that opening, I just kind of cried it out, talked about it with my wife, and then bam, opened up. And then I started like being able to rationally work from there. And I've been working on it ever since, and it's never stopped. And anyone that tells you that you have to stop working on it once you've opened it up is wrong, because you're always going to be, because life experience is going to throw things at you, and it's going to test you constantly. So you always have to be ready to grow with the environment. I like to say, don't be a product of your environment, make your environment a product of you. And when you're there, and when you really are open and you really are like there, you'll be surprised how often that happens, because you'll be flowing. You're not going to be so attached to any polarity or any side of an ideology. You're just going to be kind of open. And it's really interesting. It looks like for some of you, it's definitely heading right on that path. It's going to be through hard work, though. And then maybe you hit a catharsis because you work so freaking hard that you're like, I'm just done with this, man. I worked so hard and I've not got the results. And it just breaks open, boom, then everything happens at once. Maybe you get an enlightenment out of that. It can happen. And it's really just an opening. It's an opening of the unconscious connecting with the conscious. And the unconscious is where the all is. That's where the source is, or the progenitor. That's where everything is open and connected. So that's why if you're connected to that and there's no boundaries, you can connect to anything and all knowledge. But anyway. Let me get you some clarifier cards here, Leo. Right there. What's the stop? Yeah. Oh, man, 10s. You was getting the 10s. 10. And the universe. Like, something is coming to a head. You're going to get what you want. I'm telling you right now, you get the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Man, you always get the best readings. And the universe. It's what you're trying. It's at least what you're trying to create right here. Because, like, that was the question. It's like, I'm trying to create this, right? And I'm not seeing it. And like, I've been fighting my butt off for it, and I've been competing, and I should be winning. And it's like, and this is what you were trying to get. Universe is completion. That's having everything. Satiety, 10 of Cups. That's having everything. 10 of Pentacles. That's having everything. Right, this is having everything. And we all want everything, right? We all want as much as we can possibly handle. And I think it's coming your way. You're gonna get it all. I mean, there's nothing here that suggests that you aren't. With all the 10s, right? I think what all the 10s are saying is your time of waiting is coming to an end. Something's going to open up in you, I think. I think you're about to have a bridge between the unconscious and consciousness, and you're about to have a big wake-up call. Oop, right there. We almost have. Ooh, Devil and Lovers in this. I saw it. And Valor. I didn't really see anything that suggested relationships in this, except for this. On this path over here, where it's like you were worried about, being the center of attention and looking like you should be the center, being the leader that you are by birth. You got the Devil here on top of the worry. The Devil was on top of the worry, right? Which makes sense, because you can be your own worst enemy. And the Devil is really just an aspect of you. It's not this or that. It's you, because you are the filter for whatever you define the devil as, or whatever you define evil as, right? And good and evil are inseparable because they define each other. So you have to decide what this is to you. And I would suggest that if it's worrying you and keeping you up at night and like you're really worried about it, that's not good for you. That's going to fall on the aspect of bad or the devil or evil. So that would make sense that he would be there. And the same being valorous, and that's the whole thing. I think you want to be seen as that. Like, you want to be you need to be the center of attention, because that's what Leos are. They are the leaders, the center of attention. They're the sun. And whether you look at yourself in that way or not, and it's good to be humble. The life's going to play out that way for you anyway, because you're a Leo. That's how it works, especially if you're heavy Leo. You're going to have stuff's just going to revolve around you. You're not going to be able to stop it. So you might as well just accept it. And it's saying being valorous, Be ready for battle, but be valorous. Be honorable within that, but be ready. And that's a victory card in this deck. Like, the 6 and the 7 are victory cards of rods. Then you have the Lovers, right? And this could, you could be asking, and that's on the Destiny card. So maybe that's what you're asking about. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe you want the best for your family, your loved ones, if you're already coupled, and maybe you're looking for that, that new partner, and you're worried about it for some reason. Whoop. Dang it. Those guys just jumped out. Can't make this stuff up. Just flying out. Hard to know what order they're in when they fly out like that, though. So it's hard to say what card they specifically they're on, but we want the cards. Trust me, we want them. And you have that, we had that 3 of, no, we didn't have the 3 here, did we? So this is the only 3. No, we had 3 of, Three Pentacles, that's right. So you have another 3 here. You have the Tower, so something sudden. So you want this, whatever this wish is, it's going to come in sudden, or enlightenment is, because you're over here with the Hermit and you got the Tower. You get the Hermit and the Tower together, that's enlightenment. That's a wake up call. You could just get like an idea that comes out of nowhere. It's not really coming out of nowhere, it's coming out of the unconscious. It's coming from the all. And that's, it may be what it is. And, in this deck, this is called virtue, right? This is valor and virtue. Virtue and valor, those are great words. That's what you want to be. You want to be virtuous and valorous, especially as a leader, as a center of attention. You need to be, you need to set that example for other people, because other people are going to follow you, especially if that's what Leos do. And Leos are very good at being virtuous and valorous, because you're the sun. You're the giver of energy, whether you like it or not. But with the enlightenment here, or, I'm not sure where these would have fell. I mean, you have that Page of Swords here, which would have been a message coming in, and this could also be one. But this is like a brutal message. Like, this is what it is, whether you like it or not kind of message. Like, she don't take no prisoners. And she's going to tell you what she thinks no matter what. Well, it could be a he, though, too, in this situation. But, again, I think it's just going to be like a raw idea that comes out of nowhere. Or like I said, an opening, an enlightenment for some reason, in some way. It could be through catharsis, but it also could be through just... It happens to different people in different ways, that opening. It's different for every single person, because we are all unique. We are all I, right? That's how we experience existence, I, because there's only, think about it. If it all goes to one supreme being, that supreme being experiences as I, and we are, so it's one, and we are a microcosm of that. So that's why we experience life, at least consciously, as one. These are all really big questions, right? And I'm not going to say I have a definitive answer on any of it. But I promise you, if you really ruminate on what I say, that I truly believe what I say. But there's probably some good rationale there. Or at the very least, it makes sense to some extent. Not that it couldn't be reputed in some way, because realistically, this is all theory. Hell, our language is really made up. We speak the English language, and our words are signs. Our letters are signs that make up specific words that have specific meanings, all created. And we use that made-up system to describe everything. So it's, like I said, it's never really this or that. It's just you or me. We're the filter for that, and we have to interpret it in our way. Got another 10. Can't make this up. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Another 10. This is hard work again. And you got it over here where you had the hard work. So you're going to be working hard. And then again, you get another message card, like some kind of message is coming in. Maybe you get a new job offer, like a major one. This is saying truce. So maybe you collaborate with someone. Would be your competition. Y'all start collaborating, and that helps you both grow drastically. It could be something like that. I don't really see any we'd be better off if I saw like the 2 of Pentacles, or like 2 of Cups, or something like that. We did get the Lovers up here, but with the Lovers, it's hard to say that it's going to be a business partnership. Not that it couldn't be. It just feels like it's more like the people that you love. It's like you're probably just trying to really succeed to take care of the people that you love. And you get another message card here. So there's some kind of idea coming in, for sure. And it's like a change that you have to make. It's an adjustment in the way that you work, because the Justice card in this deck is called adjustment. It's still justice. It can still represent the same thing, but it's called adjustment. If it'll focus. Nope. So you may make an adjustment in the way you work on things, or on what you're working on in some way. Some kind of adjustments. You have the Prince of Cups, so that's kind of a moving forward and being happier. And I think that clarity, because it's on the Ace of Swords, so it's like whatever that truth is, or that clarity is going to help you feel like a lot better emotionally, kind of kill this worry. I think a lot of truth is coming in. It's gonna stem this worry. It's gonna get rid of it. Then you have the Hierophant, which means, and it's on the Tower. So when you have the Hierophant on the Tower, that's going to be like, this could be God zapping you. Like, it could be enlightenment. It could be an idea that you can't shake, and you have to accomplish it, kind of thing. And this could be getting recognized all of a sudden on a very large scale. So it could be like fame. So it could be like social media. I'm not saying that's necessarily to be, and I imagine if some of you do get recognized in that way, whether it be on social media or whatever, it's probably going to be a minority of you, like a very few of you, because that's very specific right there. But it definitely could be a message coming in for many of you, like an idea that you just can't shake, that type of thing. And that's what it feels like. And you have so many 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, You have 6 10s. Like, you're at the end of whatever this cycle was of waiting, and you're about to enter into a new one. And fame could be it could be a fame thing, and it could just be getting recognized for your work. Like, and your work is what gets recognized and brought forward, and it really pays off for you. Anyway, Leo, that's all I have. Another great reading for Leo. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think it does help the algorithm, especially since I took a break from making the videos because I got sick with the COVID, and I'm still coughing up some of that junk. Stuff lasts forever. So I think it'll help, and hopefully I can make a lot more videos and a lot more content, get this rolling again. I do eventually hopefully want to make some kind of like horoscopes and things. I probably won't do that to the new year because I'm still pretty busy, and it takes a long time to do these videos. But either way, Leo, thanks for being here. Happy new moon and happy holidays. I wish you the best.